Last night, we saw Lionel Messi win his 8th Ballon d'Or, which made him the best player in the world for the 22-23 season. But was it deserved? Was it a robbery? Before we get into it, let's talk about the rankings in general. First of all, the goalkeeper situation. Martinez finished 15th and Ballon finished 13th. Martinez then won the Best Goalkeeper of the Year award. So surely, if you win the Best Goalie of the Year, you should be higher ranked in the Ballon d'Or. And Martinez wasn't even the best goalkeeper this year. He had that one moment in the World Cup, fair enough, but let's be real, Alisson has been the best keeper for the last few years now. Why he wasn't even nominated in the first place makes no sense. Then you had Julian Alvarez finish 7th in the Ballon d'Or, claiming he is the 7th best footballer in the world. He's not the 7th best footballer in the world. He is very good, but no. Last season he barely played. The only reason he's 7th is because he won the treble plus that World Cup. You had Rodri, who came 5th. Rodri's a very good player, probably one of the best CDMs of all time Prem history. No way in hell is a CDM the 5th best player in the world. Plus, Gundogan, who's 16th, he was a better player in that whole treble thing. Last year, Gundogan outperformed Rodri. So why is he 11 places lower than him? That's all I have to say about the ranking. It's a shocking ranking. Ballon d'Or has lost its credibility when Modric won it over Ronaldo in 2018. They need to switch it up and find someone new because it's just Ronaldo and Messi. No, if Ronaldo and Messi are the 2 best players in the world, they should be winning it every year. So anyway, back to Messi. What did Messi do to win the Ballon d'Or? Obviously, the World Cup. He finally gets what he wants. He brings Argentina the World Cup trophy, the first time since 1986 when Diego Maradona did it. In the World Cup, he was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, he was fantastic. He scored in every single round. The group stages, the round 16, the quarters, the semis, and also the final. I don't think a player's done that at all. So Messi's the first to do that, as well as win the World Cup. He then in the final scored 2 goals against the reigning champions and got a 9.0 rating. The World Cup, he did very, very well. The Ballon d'Or is not based on the World Cup, it's based on the whole year. World Cup, a 2-week period, is not the whole season. Obviously, it is the World Cup, but the World Cup has decreased in value over the years. International football is not the same as it was back in the day. Basically, Messi's won the Ballon d'Or based on this 2-week period, where fair enough, he was the best player in that 2-week period, but 2 weeks is not the whole year. Let's look at his other stats in the league. Ligue 1, many consider to be a farmers league. He scored 16 goals in 32 games. Now, people are gonna say, oh, that's good, he did alright. Do you want to know who scored more than him? Lacazette and Ballon. Ballon, the guy who was loaned out from Arsenal. Lacazette, the Arsenal flop that they were screaming to sell. Messi did not have a good campaign for PSG. Then, let's go to the UCL, knocked out of the round of 16. Let's then go to the French Cup, knocked out of the round of 16. Messi wasn't even voted the best player in Ligue 1. It was Mbappe. Mbappe was the best player in Ligue 1. So how are you not the best player in your league, but somehow the best player in the world? That for me makes 0 sense. So this season, Messi has won the World Cup and the league. Now everyone's saying, oh, well, he's won the World Cup and the league, so surely he has to win the Ballon d'Or. What about Mbappe 2018? Won the World Cup in the league. What about Neuer 2014? Won the World Cup in the league. What about Iniesta 2010? Won the World Cup in the league. I've given you 3 examples there of pretty much what Messi's done. They won the World Cup, they won the league. So why did they not win the Ballon d'Or? The Ballon d'Or, like I said recently, is lost its credibility due to they can't make their mind up whether it's based on how good you are as a footballer or based on what you've won. Because recently it's been turning into what you've won. That's why Jorginho was 3rd that one year, because he won the Euros and he won the Champions League. If we're basing it off team accolades, it has to go to Haaland. As well as individual, it has to go to Haaland. His first year wins the treble, wins the Prem, finally wins City their first Champions League, and wins the FA Cup. He got the most goals scored ever in the Premier League with 36, all in his debut season, by the way. 36 goals in 38 games. He is an elite bagsman. You can say whatever you want to say about how he plays. He's not a good footballer. At the end of the day, he is guaranteed to get that ball into that net. He will kick that ball or head that ball, or some part of his body will hit that ball and he will get it into the goal. That is Haaland's game. He is a natural goal scorer. He doesn't need the flair or the this or that. He will get himself in the positions to score, which is an elite skill. If it's so easy, the tap-ins he scores goals, why can't everyone do it? Like, why didn't Gabriel Jesus or Ferran Torres bark off for City? Because it's just positioning and tap-ins, right? Even this season, he scored 11 in 10, and this is without Kevin De Bruyne. Everyone's like he's fell off this season. Bro scored 11 goals in 10 games. He scored more goals than he has played games. His job is to get that ball into the goal, and he is the best in the world at getting that ball into that goal. Champions League last year, 11 goals in 12 games. He was the top goal scorer in Europe with 52 goals. Let's compare that to Messi's with 21 goals in Europe. Haaland scored 31 goals more than Messi. If people scored 31 goals, they'll be considered a top goal scorer in their respective league. Haaland scored that more than Messi. But that's the argument for was Haaland robbed. Now, if we're basing it off team accolades, Haaland was robbed. For me, in my opinion, the Ballon d'Or is who is the best footballer in the world during that period. Haaland should not be near the conversation. For best footballer of the year, Messi should be in the conversation, but I don't think he should have won it. If he was the best footballer in the world, why did he not win the best footballer in the league? I think Mbappe should have won the Ballon d'Or. If you want my opinion, which a lot of people don't, Mbappe should have won the Ballon d'Or. He should have won the Ballon d'Or. He was the best player in the world last year. Let's not take the piss or anything. He scored that hat-trick in the World Cup final, single-handedly dragged France back into that game. Because if you remember that game, they were getting dominated for 80 minutes. He scores 2, brings it back, and next thing you know, they lose on penalties. If Montiel missed and one of their players scored, Mbappe would have won the Ballon d'Or. The only reason Messi won the Ballon d'Or over Mbappe is because his teammate scored a goal. Mbappe should have won the Ballon d'Or this year. He was a better player than Messi throughout the whole year. Should have been Mbappe's. I'm pissed off it wasn't Mbappe's. The fact he wasn't even in the conversation for top 2. This is it now. Messi's won his 8th. He's in America. Ronaldo's in Saudi. Them two, then they're winning it again now. This is the Messi-Ronaldo era is over. Mbappe, it's our time to take over. Mbappe hive, rise. This is my video for did Messi deserve the Ballon d'Or? Was Haaland robbed? Was Mbappe robbed? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Did Messi deserve the Ballon d'Or? Like, share, subscribe, all of that. I'll see you in a bit and love.